Hey there, welcome back to another CS14 SI video. My name is Tim, and today we will be going over heaps. So what is a heap? Well, there are two kinds of heaps, min heaps and max heaps. So let's talk about min heaps. In a min heap, the value present at the root node must be the smallest among the values present at all of its children. This same property must be true for all subtrees in that binary tree. This means just as 10 is less than both 15 and 30, 15 is less than both 40 and 50, and 30 is less than both 140. So how is a max heap different? It's not. Well, kind of. A max heap works the same way as a min heap, but instead of the smallest value being at the root, the largest value is. The same is true for all subtrees in this heap as well. So how do we insert into a heap? The algorithm for inserting into a heap is actually quite simple. First, you insert at the bottom of the tree. And when we perform this insertion, we make sure we fill up the entire bottom row before starting a new row to ensure the tree has the smallest height possible. Next, we percolate upwards. Percolate is just a fancy way of saying moving the inserted node upwards or downwards in the tree. We keep swapping the inserted node until it is in the correct position. So let's take a look at the Zybooks example, as I think it does a great job of showing how a node is inserted into a heap. In this example, we are inserting 85 into a max heap. So let's look at the animation. We begin by inserting 85 at the bottom of the heap. Then we want to percolate upwards by doing a series of swaps until 85 is in the correct spot. In this example, we see that 85 only needs to be swapped once since it is greater than 80, but not greater than 88. Okay, so now let's look at how we delete from a heap. So similar to the insertion algorithm, the deletion algorithm for a heap also involves only two steps, give or take. First, we want to remove the root node by copying the last value in the heap into the root's position. Then, we want to percolate downwards by swapping the root node downwards until it is in the right place. So let's relook at this example from Zybooks. Here, they perform a deletion on this max heap. They begin by removing 88 and replacing this value with the last node in the heap, which is in this case 80. The reason why 80 is the last node is because looking at the last row from left to right, 80 is the value that is to the most right on the last level of the tree. So once the last value is copied to the root, then 80 is swapped downwards until it is in the appropriate spot. Okay, so now let's go over how we implement a heap. So the most common form of implementing a heap you might see is with an array. How does it work? With a little bit of math. So let's take a look at this animation from Zybooks. In this example, we go from top to bottom and left to right, inserting into the array in that order. As we can see, we can start from the root, which is 72, and put in the first spot. Then 72's children, 58 and 44, go in to fill in the next two spots. And moving from there, 58's children, 55 and 16, then go into the next two spots, and so on and so on. And when we want to insert a node into the heap, we can add the value to the end of the array and then percolate upwards by performing swaps with parent nodes, like the animation just showed. So if we scroll down a little, we can see the formula that gives us both the parent and the child nodes of each and every index. So looking at this table, we can see each parent and child indexes or indices for each given node index. To find the parent index of a node, we take the floor of the index minus 1 all divided by 2. The floor just rounds a floating point number down to the nearest whole number. To find the left child index of a node, you take the index and multiply it by 2 and then add 1. To find the right child index of a node, you would do the same, but instead of adding 1, you would add 2. Thank you for watching, and if you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you want to know when our ISI office hours are, you can find them in the description below. And don't forget to like and subscribe.